WMBG, we are Williamsburg's radio station. How's it going, everybody? Ty Hodges, it is Thursday, and it is so good to be back with all my loyal listeners. And what better day to come back than a Thursday, because it is time for the Super Sound Showcase here on WMBG Radio. We are Williamsburg's radio station. I am thrilled to have with me in studio today a setup like we have never had before, a gargantuan Goliath, monumental task getting everyone set up in here. We're squeezing here like sardines, but we've got the whole group in here. We have with us today on the Verge, that is consisting of Bob Cross on drums, Tony Cicero, that's it. I can't read my own handwriting. Cicero on the keyboard, Danny Libertazzi on guitar, and Gary Stoltz on the bass. Welcome in to all of you.
All right. Thank you, guys. What a thrill it is to be here. I'm very excited. Very excited.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. You've got quite the setup here. You said you're a big-time band. You play big-time gigs. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
I wouldn't say all that. We're just a bunch of local ham and eggers, but we just enjoy playing music together. We always have. Tony and I started playing together back in 1979, and we played together for quite a few years, and we all cut our teeth on the same style of music. We all like the Allman Brothers. We all like Stevie Ray. We all like, Marshall Tucker Band. He plays flute in some songs, which is really nice. You don't see too many flute players around.
And along that style, we do the long concert style. Back when the Allman Brothers and Eric Clapton in those days, they would play songs and stretch out on it, improvisation, jazzy. So that's our style.
So are you guys going to be improvising here in studio today? Is that a likelihood?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. You never know what might happen.
So tell me, how did you all actually get together?
I put my name on a music store, Tom's Music, years ago, in about 1970-some, and Tony called me up, and I was in a rock band, and I wanted to change, and I ended up joining with his band, the Sierra Band, which was a southern rock band back in the day, and that's how we all kind of started.
And we laughed because we tell him the only reason he was hired was because he had a van.
I had a van, I had equipment, and that's the only reason
he could haul our equipment around.
Yeah, I carried the equipment. They would go to bed, and I would carry the equipment, and getting up, go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd go by the club, and I'm waving to him, and they goes, "There's Dano, he's going to work." The rest of them were still out at the club having a big time.
Yeah, he was the responsible one.
Yes, I was.
So which one of you was the responsible one these days?
Me, because I'm the old man. I act like a grump. Ask Danny; he'll tell you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's a grump. He's grumpy.
Well, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they don't seem all too grumpy. It's all smiles here in the studio right now. Speaking of which, it's also very hot in here. We've got you all are some first-time radio performers. Is that right?
That's true.
Myself and Gary have done it one time years ago, but this is actually a long, long time coming. 25 years ago we did it.
25 years ago. So you've been around the block a time or two then.
Yeah, rode hard and put up wet.
So tell us a little bit about how your music style evolved. When this group came together, did you have a certain style envisioned? And if so, has it really stuck to that, or how have you all evolved over the years?
I think we started out with carrying on from the Sierra Band for Danny and I. Like I say, we're Allman Brothers fans.
Big southern rock band back in the day, back in the 70s.
But not like the Leonard Skinner type. We like the finesse style of music, the blues, not per se southern rock, but the blues rock.
And I was in a rock band, and when I found these guys, they were doing blues and blues rock and southern rock, and that was something I was interested in. The first time I ever really got turned on to blues, I went to see Grand Funk Railroad in '73, and I saw B.B. King open up for Grand Funk Railroad.
Wow.
And that just kind of turned my ear on to this blues thing, and that we do that a lot in a lot of our shows, but we've always done a lot of rock stuff, and it's a great mixture, so many different varieties that I pull from and I learn from these guys. And it's an honor to play with these guys.
And see, this is a style of music I like, because a lot of bands, the keyboard player is just a background instrument, and I like to stretch fingers. Dan and I play off each other a lot. It's like two old married people. We can read each other's minds and interplay with each other on the instruments. So it's pretty fun.
Absolutely.
And so if people want to see you perform live, they want to see some of this improvisation in person, you got some gigs coming up that you said you'd like to promote, so let's hear a little bit about them.
Yes, sir. I'm real excited about September 9th. We'll be at the New Bay Days, which will be at Langley Raceway. We'll be on the Langley Raceway stage from 12 to 2. And also, I want to promote some of my friends that'll be on the same bill: Bobby Blackhat Walters, the Rondells. Everybody loves the DeLoreans. Don Butcher. A lot of friends. Slick Tricks, a band, and a Dharma Initiative is a band that I'm really like, and Anthony Rosano and the Conqueroos. I mean, just a bunch of great artists that I'm just proud to be on the same stage with, especially H.M. Johnson and Slap Nation, who Gary played with Slap Nation for a while when they were called Slapwater, and we've all been friends, and we all played different venues together through the years. Also, I got a job the next day, September 10th, Duke of Gloucester Street, between 11 and 1:30 for Second Sundays. And then on October 7th, one of our favorite place, Kogan's here in Williamsburg. And we're real thrilled for October 21st. We'll be at the Kimball Theater from 8 to 9:15. And I just need to thank, Shirley Vermillion for helping us out and lining us. This is a show for the 70s. It's a 70s theme show with Michael Clark Band and those guys. And we used to play together back in the day. And just real excited to be on the same stage with these people. It's truly a thrill for us.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with On the Verge here on the Super Sound Showcase. And when we come back from this quick commercial break, we are going to hear them perform live in studio. Stay tuned. This is WMBG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on WMBG, the WMBG Super Sound Showcase, back here with On the Verge, and we are about to hear them perform for us. So, Danny, tell us a little bit about this first song that we're about to hear.
That's a song I wrote many years ago with the guys. They all tuned in on it. I had a rhythm pattern, and I came up with some lyrics. It's called Blues on Fire. We actually named our band Blues on Fire for a while, and then we changed it. And we changed it again, and we changed it again, and we keep changing to keep everybody guessing. And now we decided On the Verge, and that's kind of what we're doing now. And it's just a blues song, blues rock song, up tempo, and we like it a lot. We see people dance to it, so it's always a pretty good thing with the audience.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, On the Verge here in the Super Sound Showcase.
play with feeling. You gotta play with heart, 'cause the blues are on fire. I said the blues are on fire. You know it's true, you know I'm not a liar. The blues are on fire. Sing it again. I said the blues are on fire. The blues are on fire. You know it's true, you know I'm not a liar. The blues are on fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the Verge here on the Super Sound Showcase here on WMBG. A tremendous performance by On the Verge, but they are not done yet. In fact, we are only getting started. So tell us, Danny, what else do we have on deck?
I got a song right here that I just put together. The guys helped me out and did it. It's a song I wrote. I didn't sit down and intentionally want to write a song for my granddaughter. I got a new granddaughter. Her name is Sydney Ellis.
Congratulations.
And they live in Raleigh. And then all of a sudden I was messing around with some chords, and one thing led to another. And I came up with these chords, and I came up with these lyrics, and it's called A Song for Sydney.
All right, let's take it away.
Tell you about my little baby girl. You know she's just so sweet to me. Very first girl in my world. You know she's just my little sweetest thing. Can't wait to see her grow, get up to be a strong lady. Hoping I'll be around, see her shining face when I'm in gray. Love my baby girl, sweetest thing in my world. Whoa, whoa, I just wanna see her little shining face. Whoa, whoa, I wanna stick around this place. Whoa, 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 I love my little Sydney girl. Whoa, 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 the greatest little joy in my world. Running around the other day, little naked baby. You know she's just sweet to me. Every time she turns around, she smiles and says, come on, play, pappy. Can't wait to see her grow. Hope I'm around on her wedding day. Maybe can dance a song or two and talk about, you know, yesterday. Said I love my little baby girl, sweetest thing in my world. Whoa, whoa, I just wanna see her little smiling face. Whoa, 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 I wanna stick around this place. Whoa, 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 I love my little Sydney girl. Whoa, 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 very first girl in my world. tell you about my little baby girl. You know she's just so sweet to me. Very first girl in my world, you know she's just my little sweetest thing. I can't wait to see her grow. Hope I'm around on her wedding day. Making dance a song or two and talk about, you know, yesterday. Said I love my little baby girl, sweetest thing in my world. Whoa, whoa, I just want to see her little shining face. Whoa, 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 I want to sing a song for you. Whoa, 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 I want to stick around this place. Whoa, 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 I love everything you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the Verge again here in the Super Sound Showcase here on WMBG. We are Williamsburg's radio station, and we are playing the music you love, because I am loving this performance right here from On the Verge. You guys are awesome, and I hear you've got one more song for us to take us out. So before we let you roll on that one, if the people want to find you on social media, if they want to find you online, follow you, how can they do that?
Well, we have a Facebook site, On the Verge. That's one of the main things I have. You friend me on Facebook, and you can link up that way, and we can tell you. I got a lot of YouTube stuff out there on the Verge. There's several songs, Blues on Fire, a lot of YouTube things out there, and have stuff out there for you to listen to. And that's kind of it, you know. We're just kind of a local ham and egger bunch of guys, you know.
All right, and tell us a little bit about this last song that we're going to hear.
This is a song called The Real One. Dedicate this to my wife. She's the one that put up with me all these years, and you know, and supports me. Long time, and it's something we wrote a while back. I had Tony help me on a little piece of it. We had stumped, and he came in. He's got the more musical theory background than anybody in the band, and he's my Linus in the blanket. I always got to have the security blanket. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, On the Verge, one final time here on the Super Sound Showcase. Take it away, fellas.
Wheel of life. She's not the bad one. Yeah, she always does things right. I'm the free one. Yeah, music ain't no strife. I'm the lucky one. I can see there's gonna be life. I can take you anywhere you wanna go. I can tell you how to get to the show. Come on! I'm the bad one. Well, I'm always ready to fight. She's the sad one. Yeah, she's crying alone at night. I'm the proud one. Well, I'm always ready to play. She's the lucky one. Yeah, the sunshine's coming her way. I can take you anywhere you wanna go. I can tell you how to get to the show. Come on! I'm the real one. Yeah, we're going to take flight. But she's the strong one, just like a beacon shining in the night. I'm the real one. She's the real one.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the Verge here on the Super Sound Showcase. Thank you all so much for coming in studio today. It has been an absolute treat having you in studio. You guys brought the house down. Maybe literally here.
Yeah, the walls are shaking.
With the walls are shaking, the floor is shaking, my soul is shaking. It's all good stuff. So thank you all.
I definitely want to say a real quick shout out to Tim Ellis, our regular drummer. Thanks to Bob Cross for filling in. What a great job he did. Tim couldn't do it. He's a computer software guy. He's working. He couldn't get off of work to be here. I miss him. I love him. He's a great young man, and he's a great kid, and I'm just glad to have him with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week for another great edition of the Super Sound Showcase here on WMBG, playing the music you love.